Some big offseason news in regards to the Minnesota Vikings hit today on January 17th. The team decided that they are not retaining offensive line coach Chris Cooper, reported by a lot of people there in the local media in Minnesota. And his contract expired, and the team's going to be looking for a new offensive line coach. Now, the Minnesota Vikings offensive line has been a real polarizing topic since I really started watching football. And I have some mixed opinions on the team moving on from Cooper. He joined the Vikings in 2022 when the team hired Kevin O'Connell and has held that offensive line coach title ever since. And there's been a lot of good with the offensive line, whether you believe it or not. Cooper, he's overseen the development of Christian Darrisaw. Blake Brandel has developed into one of the best sixth O linemen in the NFL, and his role on this team has been very impactful. Michael Juergens can legit be this team's starting center in 2026, and he was a seventh round pick in 2024. And the Vikings, they're probably not going to have to look for a starting center if Ryan Kelly decides to retire, because they really have two on the team that can handle the job in Juergens and Brandel. And I would also like to point out Donovan Jackson looked good as a rookie. And in his only start, UDFA Joe Huber went out there against the best defensive line in football and wasn't a disaster as well. So there has been some good within this Vikings offensive line. But the team decided to move on, and there is some good reason why. While this unit has been good, the Vikings offensive line, they truly haven't been that elite. Injuries have played a role, and they really did in 2025. No excuses, but they have. But this team also did see Ed Ingram and Garrett Bradbury go to different places and have good years. I, in my opinion, thought the team should have probably maybe kept both, but that wasn't a popular opinion at the time. But this offense was bad in 2025. Quarterback play, a big reason why, injuries, of course. But in 2026, Kevin O'Connell and Kwesi Adofo-Mensah, they're going to go into the season with a lot of pressure, and it just did not make sense for this team to run everything back, and they really just need probably some fresh voices and some new faces within the staff in the room. And I don't believe that this is going to be the first and only or the only staff move that this team is going to make. But need some fresh voices in the room, especially in a year where there's a lot of pressure. And really like to get someone in here that can have an expertise in improving the run game. Now, the Vikings run game was a bit more effective when they did decide to run the ball this year, but would like to see it take it up a notch. But it's going to be interesting to see what they do. Change is not always good, but it can pay off. So, like I said, it's going to be a heck of an offseason. So, what they decide to do with the offensive line coach is really going to be interesting because it's going to have a huge impact on the rest of the team.